What's up, and welcome to another episode, Master Moats Film Session. And today, we're going to be talking about Cordarrelle Patterson, man, and what he brings to this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Going back last year, 2023, man, watching him a little bit in Atlanta, you can see the impact that he had, even though he was not completely healthy. And I do agree with, that synopsis on him, and when you look at his body of work last year. But I will say this, man, he still did have some very effective games. And the one that we're going to talk about today, I thought was probably his best game last season. But then I also have some tape from the year before, 2022, where you really saw him, at the end of the year before he had got hurt, really, putting together that total package. And that's what I honestly feel like we're going to get with Cordarrelle in our offense, man, with Arthur Smith and the way that he's going to run things potentially, man. So I'm excited about it, man. But you know how we always do, man. Hit that like button on the front end. Don't forget to subscribe. This is what we do, baby. All right. So without further ado, let's tap into this tape. All right, so this first play gives us a chance to see Cordarrelle ultimately taking a little bit of a counter type run and ultimately getting downhill. And I love the finish. This is one of the things that continues to show up on his tape. So play it in full speed. You know how we do. But yeah, we got to talk about this one, baby. We got to talk about this one. So whenever, talking about wide receivers transitioning to running back, you always ask yourself, are they going to be physical enough? And are they willing to play, in between the tackles, downhill type runs? Cordarrelle shows that constantly on his tape. And, just to keep it consistent, that's obviously Cordarrelle Patterson right there, number 84. All right. So with this particular run, like the fact that you get good, clean movement in terms of him just executing the steps right from this, because what he's trying to do here in terms of those 1-2 chop steps is just make these guys just move a little bit to honor it. That's all those steps are. And along with the timing of it, so the fullback can get a chance to get back over here when this he's actually going to be wheeling up and they got somebody else coming around to kick out on the outside guy. But like I said, just turns into little fundamentals. I like it. But then from here, this is the part. Right here is the difference. Those former wide receiver types, the small speed guys, usually try to beat you outside. And it's 1, 2, 3 cats that typically will converge on those dudes, man. But for him, he's north and south. As we've seen at times with Najee, when he is north and south, he is a handful to deal with. Cordarrelle, that's how he runs typically, man. And that's one of the things that I like a lot about his game. But here you go right here. Nice inside run, and the finish always falling forward, baby. That shows up a lot on his tape. And Antoine Winfield Jr. is a heck of a player. Don't get it twisted, man. But yeah, you see the flex because he understands, man. He's a big dude to deal with, man. But yeah, when he gets it going like this, he's a handful, man. But this was definitely his best game, like I said, man, from start to finish this past season. Nice jump cut. Let's get downhill. Get me back outside. All right, load and pass. Yeah, let's get active. Fall forward, baby. Falling forward. Love to see that. Love to see it. Oh, I ain't gonna cut your flex off. No. I'm gonna make sure you get your flex now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we gotta check out another play real quick, so let's get it. All right, so on this play, we're gonna get a chance to see Cordarrelle ultimately once again running downhill inside, but makes the free defender miss and creates an explosive play. I mean, this is beautiful work right here. Shout out to A4, man. Inside, step around it. Now let's get north and south. Fall forward. Okay. Like I said, man, I like this pickup a lot. And this was last year. Now, he wasn't his full self last year, but this was, like I said, one of his better games, man. But nothing more than just a glorified, split flow zone type situation right here, man. In the split flow zone, what I mean by that is just this cat, man, because he's coming across the formation to give you that zone concept, everything else over here, and he has that option to hit it inside. But ultimately, we know what he does right here, right? So the beautiful part is this, man. When we're talking Cordarrelle, the vision and the athleticism are the two things. The play is designed, like I said, to hit here because you want 43 to be your kick out guy potentially. And you see how all these guys are walled off over here. But, man, the DN plays it how he plays it. So now he flashes inside, okay? So instead of Cordarrelle just ultimately trying to run it in here and then getting tackled right here, you see the athleticism, his ability to, number one, lower his center of gravity. And then number two, whoop, make the big man miss. Now that allows 43 to make a nice block. Good job by him. Going to the next read. And here, north and south. That's what we say, man. Get north and south, okay? Picks up extra yards. And then you see the finish, man. He drags that guy. That guy gets contact on, what was that, the 30, I want to say? Let me get him, so I can rewind that back real quick, man. Like I said, my man made contact on the 30. Still ends up getting drugged, man. Boom. Contact on the 30. We down there at the 35 right now, man. But that's Cordarrelle Patterson, man. That's his game. Like I said, I want to play this one in speed one more time, man. But you see the versatility. You see how he's able to run this thing inside. Not just be a big robot. Can step around you too. Has that burst still. But the finish. It's all about the finish, man. Always falling forward, baby. Always. But let's check out another one real quick. All right, so on this play, I typically am not the biggest fan of this type of stuff because it ultimately ended as a, 2-3 yard pickup. But in terms of just showing Cordarrelle's athleticism and what he still has at this stage, I thought that this play was very appropriate, and you'll see why. So, without further ado, that's Cordarrelle right there in the pistol. Let me circle it up. Let me keep it consistent one time, man. I'm sorry. All right. All this offensive film stuff we've been doing of lately, man, I got to get back right, okay? Let me get back right. Staying consistent with my techniques. Jeez. So that's 8-4. And shout out to me calling him 8-4 because if y'all know, man. Last 8-4, whew, that was one of them ones. But let's see what this 8-4 gonna do for us, baby. So, with this being the case, man, as you can see, nothing more than a glorified toss play initially. All right. Out of that pistol alignment is what they like to do a lot in Atlanta. And when I say pistol, all we're saying is just that semi shotgun for the quarterback, and then the running back aligned directly behind him, as you saw right here. That's all the pistol is. It's essentially an extension of QB under center, running back at home. Okay, that's it. But with this play, what happens right now? Man, heck of a play by 7, right? He flashes, he won. He flashes, and now he's in the gap ready to make a TFL. He also, Cordarrelle understands this. Even if I beat this guy, I still got this dude who kind of has an angle right here, kind of has some leverage. And we'll see what this offensive lineman could do in terms of sealing him, reach blocking him, or even just driving him completely off the screen, right? But one way or the other, that guy is there. That's a TFL any way that you look at it for Cordarrelle. So what I like is this, man. Once again, not being a robot and showing his athleticism, puts a foot in the ground, and we reverse and field like we back in high school, baby. And low key, this is the crazy part. He has action right here. He's one block away. That's done. He's outrunning this. He's outrunning that, and that. This is beautiful green grass, my man. He has this right here, though. This is the guy, because we got a quarterback here, man. And y'all know quarterbacks ain't blocking nobody, man, all right? So, ultimately, instead of this being a nice, super nice play, we get the whiff. And then ultimately we get a nice forward tackle. He still falls forward though. Still falling forward. Picks up a cool 2.5, 3 yards on it, man. But that was definitely one of those plays where I'm just like, yo, Ritter, I know that's not what you do, but if you could just, just give me a little bit more, just a little bit of a bump. Maybe this is explosive. Because that, I was like, okay. And I love Seven's chase. Seven's friends, I gotta go get that. I love the chase, but man, give me something here, baby. All right, just give me a little bit. If you just pinch him, just nudge him a little bit, we can get him out of this thing. Cause like I said, look at him. Just look where we at. Ah. But that's the type of stuff that he's capable of, and that's the reason why it's exciting. But make this thing go block, please. Sheesh, man. Freaking quarterbacks. Gotta love them though. Gotta love them. All right. So I'm gonna play it one more time, full speed, man, just so we get that finish. So like I said, man, even at this stage, still has the athleticism, still is be able to make some explosive plays happen. Even if his quarterback doesn't want to make a block for him. We still like you though. All right, so far we've seen Cordarrelle essentially just running the ball, or exclusively just running the ball. And last season, that was predominantly the way that he was utilized. There wasn't a ton of, throwing into him out the backfield. Part of that was the emergence of Bijan Robinson. We know that was the guy they wanted to utilize a lot more in the passing game. And at the same time, like I said, Cordarrelle was not healthy. Also, we know the quarterback situation wasn't the best. But what I will say is this, I thought that was definitely his best performance in that game that we just saw right there versus Tampa. Now, I'm also going to show some clips of him returning and, going back to what he did last season, right? Not this season that we just came out of 2023, going back to 2022, okay? He played in 13 games there, and his second to last game versus the Cardinals, man, I thought that was another full representation of him as a runner and receiver. So I'm going to have some clips from there that we're going to talk about also. But don't forget to hit that like button if you are enjoying this content, and subscribe, man. If you haven't subscribed yet and you at this part of this video, clearly you rocking with the content. So don't waste any time, baby. Hit that thing one time, all right? But let's get to it. All right, so now we're going to get a chance to see Cordarrelle just simply as a return man on this particular play, all from that same Buccaneers game, just to show you a little bit of his versatility. Now, this is the same cat that they were having lined up at wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. I mean, he was at the slot at times. That is Cordarrelle Patterson, man. But check him out in the return game, though. Check him out. Now, in terms of kickoff return touchdowns, none this past season. Like we said, man, was not, the best year for him statistically. But the year before that, he did have a touchdown on kickoff return. Because like we said, this is what he does, man. This is why he is special. All right. His ability to get yards on returns, man. Like I said, this one's nothing crazy, but more so just to show you who he is, even at this level, at this stage of his career. Still a guy that's going to be able to be utilized back here, man, and still be a legitimate weapon, a legitimate threat. All right. But this is, like I said, all from that same Bucs game, man. Okay. Now we're getting a chance to go back to that 2022 year for Cordarrelle, man. And like I said, this was the second to last game that he played in that year, man. Played in 12 of 13 games. But here you're going to get a chance to just see him as a receiver, see him catching the football and what he looks like in open field. All right. So that's kind of, like I said, the thought process with this, man. Did not get a ton of this last year, though, because of how he was utilized. All right. But let's watch him work. Off the play action. That's a DB stepping around that. Zaven Collins. Yeah, buddy. Okay. So like I said, man, a little play action, nothing crazy. A little zone action defensively, okay? So that's the big reason why for Cordarrelle, he is, as wide open like this. But this is the drill that, Coach Tomlin, anybody that's been to training camp over in Latrobe, you see Coach Tomlin do this drill a lot with, wide receivers, DBs, running backs, linebackers, that little sideline one-on-one tackle drill. We used to call it the L Bell drill, baby. If you can get L Bell in that 10-yard window, you are great. Most of us could not, though. But, steps around the DB. Like I said, like it was nothing. DB doesn't touch this man, okay? Then from there, steps around the next guy. Athletic linebacker, right? Shout out to the chase from the inside out by the D-line. And then obviously they was going to corral him there. But still doing what? Falling forward. That's the one thing that consistently pops up on his tape, man. He falls forward when you're trying to tackle him. But this is beautiful. It's crazy. 95 was actually the 3 technique. Jeez, he's the one who chases him down and slows everything up. But hands catch, smooth out the backfield, man. Smooth. Cutting back. Shout out to the cover now, man. That's why you got to run big, man. That's why you got to run. You never know when it matters. You never know, man. But I like that by 95. Yeah, shout out to 95 real quick. Let me see him real quick. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be talking Cordarrelle, but, you know, I'm a sucker for effort. I'm a sucker for it. Okay. Run big, man. Run big, man. Shout out to you, 9-5. Shout out. But big play right there by Cordarrelle. All right. All right, so on this play, you get a chance to see Cordarrelle lined up at the wide receiver 1 spot, or what we like to call the X receiver. Okay? Yeah, can't make this up, baby. Can't make this up. So we'll play it in full speed. Then after that, we will break it down. But, yeah, they don't be playing with this dude, bro. And it's a possession down. It's 3rd and 7, I believe, right here. Yeah. Give me a first down. Or 3rd and 6, excuse me, on that one. So let's talk about it real quick. From a defensive standpoint, man, Cardinals are doing a blitz, playing cover 1 defense behind it. So mano y mano. He's coming over with the motion. He's supposed to be there. He's supposed to be there. He's off of the running back. Okay. And the rest of these guys are in the blitz. Now, if I remember correctly, I think it's this cat right here blows this coverage to the front side. Okay. But either way, for Cordarrelle, he's running just a simple comeback route. All right. Run up 7 yards or pass sticks. And then he's turning around, ultimately trying to get a first down. It's a first down beater. First down concept, excuse me. Or, yeah, it's designed to get a first down. I mean, that's what it is. Nothing crazy. All right. All you offensive fancy gurus can call it what y'all want to call it. But you see the little outside release versus the press. And then from there, nice anticipation throw right there. I like that. But as he's getting out the top of the break, this is him. This is going back to the wide receiver roots. Look at the hands catch. You see that? Hands, 2 feet. I see the toe tap. I see you dragging it. Yeah. But that's versus DB. That's not versus linebacker here, man. I want y'all to take note of that, all right? That's a DB. 39. Okay? 39 was a corner. The LB's coming over with Drake London. It's kind of crazy. And then they, oh no, it's gonna be got the 2 LBs inside. Yeah, but that's versus the corner. Plant sticks him inside, works outside, hands free him up, hands catch, toe tap, first down. And like I said, this is on the 3rd down right here, man. So just to show you the trust that they have in him when he is fully healthy. This is Arthur Smith's offense. Remember that, right? Or he's the head guy down here. He was the head coach down here. But that's the trust that they have or had in Cordarrelle while he was down there in Atlanta, man. Possession down, 3rd down. They putting him out there as the X receiver, letting him get busy. So since you touched paint, you know I gotta have that on the clip. One time for the culture. One time for the culture. Love to see the big man touch paint. Love to see the big man touch paint. Go ahead, twinkle toes. Yeet, yeet. Ha. You see the finish. You see the finish. Always falling forward. Always falling forward, baby. Like I said, this is, not you do that on me, okay? But once again, pistol formation. That is what they like down here in Atlanta, man. I do anticipate some of that coming with, some of that coming up here as well, man. A little bit of the pistol action. But either way, watch them downhill. Snap with a little inside zone. That's it, man. Inside, a little downhill. Pop. Oh, ink. Shout out to the O-line, too, man. Good blocks. Hat on the hat, right? Hat on the hat. Hat on the hat. Got it enough of the way. Hat on the hat. Now you one-on-one. This is what you want, though, right? If you a LB, if you a defender, man, 5 yards is more than enough room. But for Cordarrelle Patterson, he's also telling himself, 5 yards is more than enough room. And this is what you want to see, man. But nice finish. Nice finish. He running through all of that. All of that. And then he gets up and celebrates with the big fellas. That's what I love to see, too. Get a big guy's love, man. But, Don, this is a dude play. I mean, it's a good play right here by Cordarrelle, man. Just downhill. Being big. Running behind your pads. Physical. And that's the thing with him, man. He is not a little guy. Just because he was playing wide receiver, he is not a little guy back there, man. But nice finish on that play. So as you can see with Cordarrelle Patterson, man, he brings a lot in terms of versatility, in terms of the athleticism and the way that he can impact the game. Whether you're going back to, all the games that he played in this past season or even going back to that 2022 season, look at how many places he aligns. Running back, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. They'll bunch a lineman. He'll be on the point. They'll line him up in the slot. And as you see, it's not just, go out there for lip service. It's like, no, man, you're a live target in this route concept, man. And that's one of the things that I do like, because traditionally with running backs, when you see them go out there at wide receiver 1, or if they're lined up at the one spot, you're not anticipating them getting a throw, or it's the simple, all right, he's going to run a vertical or run a little stop, and that's that. And it's nowhere near the point where you're putting a DB on them. Typically, it's running back, or you might even have or soon you put your linebacker out there on him, or the D lineman has to walk out. It's like, yo, you take that, because you're not really worried about him. But Cordarrelle, that does show up in his tape, man. So, like I said, I like that, man. I think that versatility will help us. But as you already know, you guys let me know your thoughts on it. Y'all saw the tape, all right? What you think he's going to bring to us, and what you think he can do for this offense, man? But either way, I appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe on the back end. But either way, until next time, baby, peace.